Bitcoin's alive, what you gonna do? Man, pool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ay, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ay, with Shizzy Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. So every week we do a weekend update and a weekly update. Today is your weekend update, and we got a lot to talk about. A lot is going on. A lot of people are talking about us. We're getting kind of talked about in some discords around, talking about we don't really talk about the best things. We don't talk about, we do. We try to cover everything, but we talk about things we're bullish on. And right now we're very bullish on Merlin, so you're going to get a lot of that. And that's just how we do this channel. We talk about things that we enjoy, and a lot of things are boring, but we're definitely going to cover a lot of stuff. And there is stuff happening in other ecosystems that we are going to cover, and we will cover once things happen. Like today, we're covering Karma, we're covering Sora, we're covering a lot of the TRAC stuff. So guys, just not every week I'm going to pump your bags, right? So I just want to get that out there. We're not here to show our own bags. We're just talking about things that we're excited on, and that's Ordinal Revolution. We talk about things that are happening right now, not yesterday, not next week, right now. But let's get the show started by bringing in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's
going on, man?
Not much, man. Well, actually, yeah, not too much. Stuff that we've already talked about is still happening, and got a little bit of new news that you mentioned here a second ago, and we'll get into.
Yeah, man. So what are your feelings on that? Us being kind of talked about in discords and not in the most friendly of ways.
I think that you hit the nail right on the head. We talk about stuff that we're personally excited about. Yes, we disclose that we are in specific projects. We are involved with Merlin, obviously, but that ties in with the excitement that we have for the innovation part of it, right? We haven't been able to do much with these Bitcoin layer 1 assets up until now, and here in the next 2 weeks. So that's why the excitement's there. And it's not just us. There's all these other platforms that are super excited about it. But I understand, the community definitely wants a little bit more of other stuff that they're also in. But we try to cover what's hot, and that's what we've been doing, and we'll still do that. And there's some stuff that's hot today that isn't about Merlin, so maybe some of these people will get a little excited and
you said involved in Merlin. I just want to make it clear that we are not taking any money from Merlin whatsoever. When he says involved, he means we are staking in their seal, like 90% of the ecosystem's already doing. But I just want to make that completely clear. We've never taken a dime from Merlin. We will not take a dime from Merlin except the airdrop that we deserve, because we are participating on chain and the thing, but nothing that other people can't get into as well. But I just want to make that crystal clear. We are not that type of channel. If you think we are, please don't watch, because you just don't know who we are as people. And we try to get that through as much as possible. And we're sorry if it comes off different ways, but we get bullish. And that's the last thing I'm going to say on that. So let's get into the show.
Yeah, let's get it. Well, one more thing too. We definitely want to have the most the most upfront clarity. And so if you ever have any questions about stuff like that, just go to our website, because we do have that information there, so you can find anything if there is anything like that on there. But yeah, let's jump into Bitcoin first, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man.
Talk about the king. Talk about the king. If there's no Bitcoin, there's no crypto. That's just a true statement, right? And we can see this is the hour chart. Bitcoin is, ever since Wednesday of last week, we've been on this huge upward trajectory. I think 2 weeks ago, sorry. Right here, you see the first huge, step up here. And then we've been having very healthy, because there's corrections along the way. But we're really now kind of since last Wednesday, which was Valentine's Day, we've been hanging around this 50, 51 to 52 mark. And I missed my target of 55. I was a little overly bullish because how much buy pressure was happening, but it seems like you were a little bit closer. I think you said what, 53?
53,750. Yeah, I'm still off though. I'm off by about $1,000, but we're $2,000.
Yeah. So you can see, it definitely looks like a bull flag right here. This is the hour chart, so this is definitely the lower time frame. But you can also see here on the stochastic RSI, we're kind of stuck right in the middle, not overbought or oversold. We're kind of just sideways, right? Again, this is the hourly, so this is more on an average. I would say this is probably a healthy chart to look at right now. But yeah, we're just going to kind of see where this leads us. We just came out of overbought territory, which makes sense because we were, we jumped up, blew past 50, went to 51, 52, and then bounced back between 51 and 52. So I don't know. Do you see kind of the RSI taking us back down, possibly in the oversold territory eventually, meaning the price would probably go down maybe like four or $5,000, or do you see this trucking sideways until it's ready to explode again?
Could you go out to like a further out chart for the RSI? Could you go to like because I think it's going to look differently. Oh wow. Okay, so we're at the top of there as well. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's hard to say. I still think we go up. I think we go up against the dollar, 100%. I truly believe that. But your RSI right here is basically saying that it's going back down. That's the way it looks. But we'll see. I mean, charts are wrong sometimes. But according to this, it looks like we're going to be touching that bottom again.
Well, also we're in just uncharted territory, right? With the supply shock coming from ETF buy pressure, and then we're heading into the halving. So from what I remember, the previous cycles, right before, like the month before or month and a half before, there's typically a dip. But again, this is not your typical halving cycle, not your typical cycle in general. There's, we crossed that golden, what is it called, the golden axis or whatever, way before the halving, which has never happened before. So we're just in uncharted territory. So we can't really, obviously we're not, huge TA experts or anything like that. Plus we don't have magic 8 ball, so we can't tell. But this has happened before where it stays in overbought territory for a while, especially if we go into a bull market, because it's going to look different. Even if it dips down, it could dip down and stay here. And even if it does go down, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same impact as your typical, like getting into oversold territory. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we'll kind of have to see how that plays out. So, all right, we were both off. What about next Sunday or next Wednesday? Because we're going to do it every Wednesday and every Sunday. What's your prediction?
I'm gonna keep my prediction exactly the same at 53,750.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's gonna lead into the end of February. I'm gonna go down a little bit. I'm gonna go to 54.5.
$250 away from me, huh?
yeah. Well, because like I think that we do continually go up as well. I just don't know if it has that much power. So I'll just make it a even 55.
Sounds good.
Oh shoot. Yours was 53.50.
750. Yeah.
53.750. And mine was 55. Okay, well, we're staying the same. I guess that was that. Okay. So that is Bitcoin. Where do you want to go next?
Let's jump over. Let's start talking about the tap stuff. I think that we can jump into that right now.
Okay. So we'll start off with Karma. There was definitely a successful drop and swap of Karma. So this is from, shout out to Fitzy. Twitter is Fitzy OG. I believe he does a podcast with Good Things. But he posted and said, at current TRAC prices, 4.6 million was pledged to swap to Karma. So $4.6 million worth of TRAC was swapped for the Karma token. And that's a success. Over 500,000 TRAC have been pledged. So it seems like, the Karma coin wants to keep the TRAC token in their treasury, or, maybe like hold on for total value. But how do you feel about this news?
Yeah, I think it was 5-1. So every TRAC that you put in there, you got 5 Karma, and I think people really took advantage of that because the obviously Karma is OCM, right, on-chain monkeys, and a lot more. But there's a lot of ways to invest in on-chain monkeys. They have a lot of different ordinal project, NFT projects, and stuff like that. So the Karma token really didn't intrigue me. I actually don't have an allocation yet. But that's definitely, I do like coins with teams behind them. So just because I got in now doesn't mean that I won't get in. And the fact that a lot of people probably made out pretty well on the 1 TRAC to 5 Karma, so you might see the token drop a little bit afterwards. So I might look into that. But yeah, I definitely bullish on this. I think it's really good for TRAC, and I think so TRAC's going to be taking in TRAC tokens to use their decentralized indexers when they're ready. So I think Karma is just preparing for that. They don't want to pay the $25 per TRAC that like we both think TRAC is going to in the near future. So they're kind of just like getting prepared now so they can have a treasury when that time is to come to use TRAC's decentralized indexers, because I think that is a play by them.
Yeah. I mean, I think at first we were questioning if that was a smart move by Benny to kind of take on Scry Labs and all that stuff, but it's really starting to play out like it really was, right? Because now like all this infrastructure is happening, people want to use the decentralized indexer as opposed to before when everybody was trying to really kind of look towards the OPI and stuff like that, right? But one clarification that I want to make is that Karma Coin is an OCM community initiative with full support of OCM team. So it's not technically launched by the team, it's by the community, but it seems like the people that are in charge know what they're doing because they were able to set up the swap and then coordinate the airdrop and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So
that was good indication by you, because I actually did not know that. I thought it was from the OCM team, but yeah, it's good to know.
Yep. So final stance on it. You're possibly going to pick up some Karma Coin here in the future?
No, I'll definitely pick up some Karma Coin. It's just a matter of when, not if, but yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, TAP's starting to kind of build out, man. This is a TAP protocol token. So big shout out to Benny and his team and the TRAC community and the TAP protocol. We're gonna jump
Benny and the devs.
Yeah. Yep, Benny and the devs. Sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon from the 90s. Benny and the devs. Okay, so we're gonna transition pretty smoothly over here to Sora Ventures launching a token on TAP protocol. So this is actually pretty big news. I mean, Sora Ventures is an Asia-based investment firm focused on blockchain technology and digital currencies, right? So we know that they are part of the group that's backing like OCM and as well as I believe, as well as the TRAC ecosystem, right? So the fact that they're launching on the TAP protocol is another big launch for TAP protocol, right? Let's see here. You can see it right here. They made a post 9 hours ago. It says the Sora token. So just for everybody out there, if you're looking for this token, you need to put the $ in there. They included that into the ticker. So it's 21 million supplies, the tokenomics. You can see their post here. It says, sky's the limit, shoot for the moon. From humble beginnings, we rose when timing met opportunity. So the market cap 9 hours ago was 850,000 market cap. And they just did a comparison to Ordi, which I don't know why they did that because it's the highest market cap in the inscription tokens there. But you can pick this up on Ordinal's wallet. I looked it up here. It looks like the floor is only 4 cents. So that's something I'll probably be picking up, to be honest.
What's the supply?
Like it's like a 21 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I found it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, you can find it on the TRAC site here, and it says 21 million supply. So, for being a token that's part of a venture, firm, let's see if there's any information to show that it's official, though, because Sora did post about it. Sora Ventures, let's see. Excited to be
under $1 million market cap, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm pretty bullish on this. It says right here. So the deployment of Sora was a showcase of Ordinal's bot supporting TAP protocol. It was to encourage others to see that when communities speak, companies will integrate. Over the past 24 hours, Sora on TAP protocol surpassed 600K market cap, trending in top 3. This is from Jason Fang. Trading in top 3 on Ordinal's wallet, and communities have organically built their own social media. For me, this is very exciting because it's amazing to see so many supporters wanting a piece of Sora. Whether this is referencing the Sora from OpenAI or Sora Ventures, people should know that this is a meme coin. Okay, so let's go ahead and retract that.
That changes everything.
Yeah, so it is a meme coin. So we want to be 100% show clarity on that. So it is a meme coin, and it
doesn't have anything to do with Sora Ventures. It's more about Sora, the ChatGPT.
There it is.
Protocol.
So first AI coin on Bitcoin. Okay. And it says buy VC for the community. Interesting. So there's just a little bit of murkiness here. Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
And then they tag Sora Ventures in here.
So it's
So
kind of like,
I'm a
hey, this
little,
is us, but this isn't us. But it might be us, but it could be us, but it's not us.
yeah,
You know, it's like,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, and I think it says whether this is referencing Sora from OpenAI or Sora Ventures, people should know that this is a meme coin. So possibly what's happening here is that this is a meme coin that was launched by them, saying that hey, like there's not going to be much here. We don't know.
Yeah.
Don't quote Ordinal Revolution saying this is a meme coin or not a meme coin. We're just well, we can all say it's a
We
meme
know it's a
coin, I
meme.
guess.
Jason Fang says
Yeah,
a meme coin. So
exactly. But don't quote us saying that this is officially the Sora Ventures token because
yeah.
that part we're unsure of.
Well, I mean,
But hey,
it's still. I mean, they're saying it is, but they're saying it isn't, but then they're saying it is again. So who knows?
yeah. So that's where the confusion lies. But nevertheless, there's some popularity behind it. I don't know. So does that? What is your stance on it now?
I like coins with teams behind them, and this is partially has a team behind it, but it doesn't have a team behind it, but it could have a team behind it. I'm just gonna stay away till clarity. I'm okay
Yeah,
with missing it if I have to.
yeah. So I don't know. It sounds interesting. I think it's another kind of trying to get that momentum train going for Tap.
Yeah,
Karma Coin was obviously a big one, and if Sora can be a big follow up, then that's awesome. I might throw a little bit at it. We'll see.
yeah,
But yeah,
definitely.
so Tap overall, good job. Seems like you guys are definitely heading in the right direction. So I'm excited to see what the next thing is for you guys.
Yeah. And I think last time Benny was on our podcast a few weeks ago, he said that he's hoping to airdrop
Spaces.
the tokens in February. Yeah, spaces. In February, and I mean we're getting down to the back end of February, so I think that the tap airdrop could be soon unless it's pushed back. But we haven't talked to
Yeah,
Benny in a while, so
for sure, for sure. All right. Let's see. So I think you know more than I do about this.
yeah.
Ordi Maps went live on Ordinal's wallet. Can you talk
Could you
about
bring it
that?
up on orders well? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is I'm only doing this for Tendy. So Tendy was ripping me yesterday talking about I didn't go into Ordi maps and stuff like that. And I just not a fan of Ordi maps. I think it's copy pasta. But it's still something that has momentum right now, and it's something I think we should talk about because we just don't want to talk about things that apparently everyone wants us to talk about things that we're not interested in. So I mean this is something that I'm not interested in, but I think we need to talk about it. So it went live last night around say 9 p.m. on 9 p.m. Eastern time on Ordinal's wallet. And the volume, what's the volume? So there's 305 sales.
Volume. Yeah, 0.08 Bitcoin. So I mean there's not it's like 4,200
Yeah.
for 24-hour volume. So it's not too much,
I mean, it's
to
less
be
than
honest.
24 hours though. So I'll give them
Yeah,
that. But
true.
and Tendi was saying that their images are really cool. So obviously they're all off chain, just like Bitmap. Bitmap's images are all off chain, so these are too. So just a matter of time before you can actually see the map itself. I still don't understand it because it's on Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm staying away, but people are interested. And shout out Hype. Hype is he really like is into this. So I mean, I hope it does well for those guys. I really do. A
Yeah,
lot of
let's read
the
this.
sport desk is in
Let's
it.
read this description right here. It says Ordi was deployed at Bitcoin block height 779,832. 0.ordi map starts at that same block that it started. First BRC20 token based metaverse data index from Genie data. So I guess I don't know if they're going to continue. Just like basically the block starts here and it just goes on forever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, we saw what happened with Quad Keys. Quad Key was at least a twist and
Yeah.
different. You know what I
It's
mean? This
yeah.
this is just too similar to me, but who knows?
It's funny too because it it doesn't even go on the same numbers. Like they should start us off at 779,822 should actually be the first one. There should be no 3-digit ordi maps because they around in 3 digits. Like it just makes no sense to me. But again, there's a lot of things that do really well money wise and they don't make sense to me. So this could be another one. I just don't get it.
Yeah. 1,200 owners. So, I mean, there's a little bit of momentum. I personally predict that this is going to probably fade off here in the next like 3 weeks. But
I actually
maybe
have a
one.
bet with Bit Mamba that by July 4th this will be untalkable. Like this won't even be a thing. This will be Quad Piece
Obsolete.
2.0, obsolete. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we bet one Ordi on that. So I hope you give me an
Okay.
Ordi on July 4th. So
Awesome.
and hopefully by then Ordi's like $300. That'd be awesome. But yeah.
Yeah. And plus, like, it's going to be hard to get builders to work with Map
No,
because they're already
there's
working
no
with
way.
Bitmap. So that's where the hard part's going to
And
be.
it's
But
really pushed by Army of Youth, and that guy, he's just, yeah. If you're around the space, you know exactly what I mean. But yeah.
gotcha. All right, where to next here?
Let's jump into something to excite us, 'cause I feel like we haven't been excited yet for this episode.
Let's do this then. I think this is exciting.
Oh, that's very exciting. Yeah.
Bitmap War beta is out now. Join for a test play. So if you go to Bitmap Wars, the Twitter account, you can see it says Bitmap War beta is out now. Join for a test play. Share your feedback and suggestions on Twitter or in the group. So there's a testnet link here. It's unity.bitmapwar.com. So click on that.
I signed in that earlier, but I don't have any bitmaps right now. All my bitmaps are locked into Merlin chain, so I wasn't able to play.
Yeah. So do you know how to play this at all?
No. It just dropped today. I really haven't had the time to really dig into it, but no, not. I know you have to connect your wallet, which is safe, and I know
Yeah.
that you have to do something when you add your bitmap to it, it does something.
Gotcha. So let's just, I'm curious. Invalid number. Okay. Do you have to put,
It might have to be .bitmap.
I don't think so because it's not
No.
letting me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, there we go.
okay. So there's a thing here,
Red.
ranking profit. Yeah. So I think we need to really get into like
Yeah.
how this works, right?
Yeah.
Because this
And
is,
I reached out to those guys multiple times, come on the show, and they just haven't. They left me on scent, so they're not looking in their DMs at all. But I would love
gotcha.
to know more.
So it says how to play. Number one, step one, purchase soldiers and choose a faction. Okay. So then step two is place soldiers on bitmap. They will automatically expand. Step three, battles occur. The winner continues expanding and the loser stops. The game ends on schedule, rewarding players based on set rules. Okay, so here's a demo here.
All player
All,
funds go into bonus. What did it say?
all player funds go into the bonus and rewards are given based on game rules after each round. 10% of the funds in the bonus will go into the jackpot. If the area of the winning faction is a prime number, the player who deploys the last soldier in this round, regardless of the faction, will receive a 70% reward from the jackpot. If the area of the winning faction is not a prime number, the jackpot will not be rewarded. Player profits in the game. The bitmap player. Soldiers are deployable units placed on own bitmap, engaging in battles with opposing faction soldiers. Acquired through BTC payments, they can only be destroyed in battle and cannot be exchanged for currency unless deployed. Factions in the game are distinct teams like red, blue, green, and purple, which each with unique rewards rules. Players choose a faction before or after round starts, and their choice remains fixed, influencing team affiliation and gameplay. Yeah, this is pretty long.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we won't wait till the end, but it looks like basically almost kind of like a risk type strategy game. Yeah, so I don't know. Definitely strategy involved. I'm gonna learn it because I want to see, like, maybe
I'm gonna dominate this game. I'm gonna get so good at this. I'm stealing everyone's bitmaps, right?
that's gonna be crazy, right? And then you'll probably get in bitmap for a reward and then trade them in.
Yeah. 100%.
So, are you excited about this?
I want to keep my bitmaps on Merlin. Honestly, I think people are like worried about like, you know, I'd rather keep them on Merlin just because you can do more with them over there and pay less fees. So
Yeah. But what about this game? Does it excite you?
so the actual game does not excite me. The winning of bitmaps 100% excites me. I can win a 200-hour thing by playing a game. Sign me up, dude. 100%.
Yeah. And I think in the beginning is like it's the ones that are going to do well are the ones that are diving in like really deep right now,
100%.
because there's going to be people that are like, let me try this out, and they end up losing like $500 right off the bat.
Yep.
So there's going to be people that are like trying to pick those people off left and right. So
I want to be one of the ones that win the $500, but we'll see.
yeah.
Amen.
But that's another thing that excites me about that is that, hey, dApps are starting to get ready.
It's the first one,
You know,
right? Besides Merlin Swap. Merlin Swap is the first, bitmap game is the second, it looks like. So, and we're hearing rumors of 100 possible. So we don't know how true those rumors are, but I mean, it could be exciting.
Yep. All right, we're gonna skip over back to layer one here. Airdrop season continues with Runestone. What do you know about this?
Yeah, so if you participated in Ordinals last year and you had at least 3 inscriptions in your wallet, you are going to be airdropped 1 runestone. And there's like 800,000. I could be wrong about the total quantity, but there's like it's around 800,000, and you're getting 1 to every one of those wallets. So check all your wallets. If you used a wallet last year, you probably got a runestone in it. And rumor has it that these things could be going for between $200 and $500 at the beginning of this. So you could be airdropped a lot of money if you had like I have personally have 11 wallets right now, and I think that 8 of the 11 are are eligible for this airdrop. So I'm very excited for that. So
Do you have to do anything for the airdrop?
no, it was just so there was an eligibility thing a while ago where you put your wallet address in to see if it was eligible, and every single one of mine were eligible. I just think I just started 3 of them this year, so that's why it's only 8 of the 11. But yeah.
Yeah.
But if you played with it last year, you're pretty much eligible.
So this is gonna be very, very interesting because there's such a low supply of this. But
Yeah.
Leonidas obviously was one of the leaders in this project in terms of
Yep.
heading it, right? And so
And the space,
you
yeah.
see, yeah, you can see eight hours ago he said check if your Ordinals wallet address will receive a runestone, and it's runestone.lfg.cash. But just go directly to his profile. Make
Yeah.
sure it's his correct one, and you can see the link there because you don't want to click or go to a wrong one. But this is the
Yeah.
one I just checked like 2 seconds ago, and my wallet qualifies for this. So I imagine this is going to be interesting and fun and probably do well. I like how they did this one. Not everybody gets a ton of them that just like floor quickly. So
Now, are these mining runes?
I don't know. That's the
Yeah, I
thing is
wasn't
I
sure
don't know. I
either.
mean, and if they're sending to 800,000 wallets, that's a lot of wallets.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
the
biggest
most wallets.
airdrop. It's one of the biggest airdrops in crypto.
Yeah.
So,
So
well,
it's
ordinals.
definitely going to be interesting. So do you think that this kind of resparks that interest? Because for like a week, it's been kind of died down because of grifters trying to come over and trying to do the
Yeah.
whole runes thing, pre-mining. But this has been talked about for about 3 weeks, I'd say. I don't know. What's your feeling on it?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I have a strategy that I'm going to be playing, and I can actually I'll tell you what my strategy is. I'm going to be buying these when people are dumping them. I think a lot of people are just like quick cash, and that's completely fine. But when you're selling them for 100 to between 100 and 200, which is my buying area, I'm going to be picking them up. I'm going to pick up as many as I possibly can. So please drop them for under $200 because I would love to grab as many as possible. But I do. I think they go between 100 and 200.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. And I think, Leonidas, love him or hate him, he has been here since the beginning, and he has put a lot of his blood, sweat, and tears into the ordinal space. His show, or.io, everybody
Yep.
uses that. I don't care if you don't like him or not, you use it. Don't lie. You know what I mean? And I think his name being kind of tagged to this is a big thing, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
The only thing I don't like about Ord.io and reason why I use Ordiscan now is because he censors some of the ordinals. So there's a few ordinals there where you can't see what's in them, and I don't like censorship. I think Bitcoin is
Yeah.
the reason for that. So that's the only reason why I don't like Ord.io, and I'd rather use Ordiscan.com.
Yeah, I think he's more looking out for his self and his company because the last thing you want is to get sued, right? So like if someone's like working at work and
Yeah.
they click on this and he doesn't have like a not safe for work message on there, then they could give him
And add that,
liability for.
but don't censor it.
He did add it. He did add it. He
So
added the not safe for work on there. So that basically, I think you might be able to filter through that, but it's definitely on there. The
okay,
message is on there.
okay,
So I'm not sure if it's still blocked, but the not safe for work is 100% on there. So we'll
gotcha.
kind of have to see if
I'm
that's,
just afraid that like I don't like the censorship because if like someone like Snowden does something and puts it on chain, I think that's one of the use cases for Bitcoin. I don't want that stuff getting censored by Ord.io. And if he's censoring, pictures of like X-rated stuff, why wouldn't he? Yeah, he do that stuff as well. And I want to support freedom of speech and all that stuff. So that's why I think any type of censorship on any type of transaction inscription is I think it should be frowned upon, and we should stop that. But yeah,
yeah. I just think for his situation, I would do the exact same thing he's doing
would
to
you?
protect my family, myself.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have incorporated it though. Like I wouldn't have like created or.io and then made a corporation associated to that. That's where he has no choice at this point.
yeah,
You know what I
you're
mean?
right.
Oh, if you
Mhm.
don't incorporate it and it's not for profit and it's just out there for Bitcoin, then nobody can do anything to you. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yep, yep.
So
I got you.
yeah. All right. Okay. So I think we have a couple other things.
Yeah,
You want to hit on this?
yeah. So how many people will use their M tokens for activity on Merlin, right? So what I'm thinking is going to happen, a kind of strategy, my personal strategy is I'm trying to get cheap Bitcoin, right? So I think people over leverage themselves and they put maybe too much Bitcoin in, and they're going to want to use that, right? And and if you have it locked in there, I heard multiple people say this, like they messed up and they put too much in and they can't buy things over on, things are dipping in price on like digital artifacts on Magic Eden, but their Bitcoin is locked in Merlin. So I think what's going to happen is I think a lot of M Bitcoin is going to get sold for Bitcoin, which will end up being wrapped Bitcoin and then bridged out to as normal Bitcoin. I hope that makes sense. But I think people are going to sell their M Bitcoin for 75 cents on the dollar. So I'm hoping to get
Wow.
a full Bitcoin for 0.75 of a regular Bitcoin. That's a personal strategy of mine, and I think in the first couple of days you're gonna see a race to the bottom of people, basically just going to because we can go to a swap now, right, and swap that that MBTC for BTC in the swap, and you might see a huge difference in there. And I think picking up the M Bitcoin and getting that difference is huge because it's the same thing. You just gotta wait. What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. I think it's one of those, two steps ahead of everybody moves. And so whenever people are being very, very degen, I think that they don't care if they're like trying to pull out, like, let's say they're up like 90 grand on a play, then they're like, okay, well, I lose like 8 grand. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, right? But in their mind, they literally just went up 90,000 from like a $3,000
yeah,
play. So they're like, I'll take it. So there might be some of that happening. And then on the smaller scale, they might not even care because they're like, okay, it's not that much of a difference. So yeah, I think it's an
yeah,
opportunity play for people to pick up the MBTC, wait till the chain stabilizes more
yep,
to where that MBTC is more on par with regular Bitcoin, and then cash out later.
yeah. And if I sell anything, because I have a crap load of hoo for anyone who doesn't know, I picked it up super cheap. If I sell my hoo, I'm not selling it for BTC. I'm selling it for MBTC because I might be able to get huge difference in that sale once liquidity is added for MBTC and hoo. So I think I might be able to get, let's just say easy number, $1,000 for hoo, and then in BTC, but like 1,300 in MBTC. So
I think we're gonna have to
I'm playing
see.
this
Yeah, we're gonna have
I'm
to
playing
see
this
how
very
that
strong.
that ratio starts to tilt
Yeah.
whenever like time goes on, because I don't know if it'll ever match 1 to 1 though. You know what I mean? It'll always be a
The
little
last
bit
week it will. You'll see it like one
1
one
to
or
1.
2%.
Think so?
Like 1 or 2% less. because I think that's going to be a big play toward getting towards the end because it's a lot safer. So if Jeff announces, having block will be the unlocking, then the entire month of April, some people are going to try to accumulate that MBTC and get that little bit of difference. But I think in February and March, I think it's going to be a huge gap because people are just impatient.
Yep, I agree, man. I agree. Not just that, like that's one part of it with the MBTC, but what about like M bitmaps and M, box or all these other M tokens, M rats? What do you see happens with those? Do you think people are going to be like, okay, I'm not going to utilize these because I want to get my rats back on layer one, or do you think they're going to start creating liquidity pools with them?
I think liquidity pools, we're going to see DEXs, we're going to see staking mechanisms, we're going to see a lot of things popping up around these M tokens. So if I held a BRC20, I'd want to hold it in Merlin because I'm a DeFi guy, right? And I think I don't like holding tokens unless I can make something on them. And so I think you're going to see a lot of liquidity pools with these M tokens. You're going to see a lot of different things popping up in the next month or so that are really going to help you utilize these M tokens. So I am so bullish. I think the M tokens actually have a better arbitrage opportunity from layer 1 to Merlin. I think they're actually going to be cheaper on layer 1 because on layer 2 they're going to get bought up pretty quickly to get put in these liquidity pools and stuff and staked and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be the total opposite for these tokens. These are BRC20 tokens.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because this is the thing that like people have been wanting to do with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, okay, now I can actually trade my MMSS like really quickly. I don't have to wait for a buyer. And so I think people are definitely going to create liquidity pools, and this is where things can get crazy. Now, do you see? Because I feel like whenever you have the tokens move to like a centralized exchange, right? It's not user by user that's doing it really, right? Yeah, you can, but the Binances and stuff, they get the BRC20s, then they bridge them, and then they have like a certain supply of them. This is different. I feel like this way can create more demand because people are doing them individually and bring them over, and they're like, oh crap, they're selling for more on Merlin than they are on layer 1 on Unisat. I'm going to bridge them over there and try to get, and then that's whenever the craze happens. Then reversely, it will create demand price over there because then you can get them cheap all of a sudden on Unisat. People are going to buy them up there. So this
bridge them in.
I don't think people understand how much of Bitcoin support Merlin is. And I want to hit on that actually.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how Merlin supports Bitcoin. So the first thing is they selected the Bitcoin token as the gas token, right?
Yep.
So if Merlin ends up having a ton of activity, what does that do?
It spends Bitcoin, right? It's constantly pushing Bitcoin into, but that's the thing though too, is it's going into the bitmap. It's going into the Merlin team's hand because a lot of their gas is transaction fee that pays the chain. So it's not like it's not going to the miners like it's going to over on the other side.
So I know that's a downside that people say. Like I believe Stacks does something with miners, right?
I don't really know, but
yeah. Okay, so let's just say that. Okay, but for one, this could create buy pressure for Bitcoin though if people are coming from outside, right? And they're bridging in. They have to use Bitcoin. If they don't have Bitcoin in their wallet, they have to purchase it, right? So especially from the EVM side of things, because you have to get wrapped Bitcoin and bring it over, right? So that's one. Two, they're supporting all these Bitcoin layer 1 assets that people weren't. So they're creating demand for this even more because now they can create price, increase over here, which would create purchasing over there. If it's cheaper, bringing over here, vice versa, going back and forth. So that's two major things that like Merlin is Bitcoin supportive, like, you know what I mean? And so I think those are really big. And I don't know, did I miss anything else besides those two?
No, I think you're good on that, and like it's not just Bitcoin either. You have to remember too is like there's a back door that you're not talking about, which is rats can now go to Ethereum chain. Rats can now go to Arbitrum chain because it's going to be easy to bridge out from EVM to EVM. So you're gonna see the rats just eating away on Ethereum and being put in those like LP pools and Matic and Polygon and Arbitrum. A lot of these BRC20s now, guys, are going to be eligible for these other EVM chains now because Merlin has that back door of a bridge going to the EVM. So I don't think people are ready for the prices that we're about to see for some of these tokens. I mean, I think you could see that in on freaking Camelot on Arbitrum, right? Locked away in a liquidity pool over there. And there's only so many of these tokens. And I truly believe that we're going to see an explosion in prices, and it's all going to benefit Bitcoin and layer one assets at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Right. What do you think? Anything else, or you want to jump into? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's jump into the price. I was going to get into some of the Merlin assets, but we can do that
Okay.
when we get to that point.
Okay. So let's start with the BRC20s first. As always. All right. So the 24 hours is typically what I like to use, and PIN is number one. It's a bit shocking. It's up 27% here in total volume. It's sitting at 3 zeros and a 2, which that's been typically the price for PIN. So looking pretty good there. FSP, I'm not familiar with them, but they're up 7.58% on the 24 hour, and it looks like 6 zeros and a 1. Then you have DEPD, which this one jumped into the top 23 last Wednesday. It's up about 30% on the 24-hour volume, sitting at 2 zeros and an 8.8 there. Then they go to RSK, up 88.68%, sitting at 3 zeros and a 3. You have Pi with 2 I's or 2 E's in the middle. I said that last time. Up 22.5% on the 24, sitting at 6 zeros and a 1. Then you have TRAC at number 6, sitting at $5.07. So TRAC's price kind of it like puzzles me because I feel like there's like so much going on with it, and it should be at $6 by now, $7, but then it like fluctuates back and forth. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's just heavily traded volume wise, or what?
I just think there's been a lot of FUD from like Francis and stuff like that, like basically saying I think it's put that second guess in people's head, and I actually see TRAC dumping after the tap airdrop. I truly do believe that. I think a lot of people are holding to receive the tap airdrop, and then it might drop a little bit. You got to remember, like TRAC's not a DeFi token. It's not like and Benny's against all the layer 2 stuff. So he wants his stuff to go on he has W TRAC. So I just think that it's going to really stop TRAC's push forward, and I think it sucks for TRAC holders, but I think 100 million is where you guys are going to get stuck at for a long time. I do see eventually when things get really really good that you see $25 to $50 TRAC, but I think you have a waiting game to play, and I think that if you're accumulating, you have a really good shot at success here. But I think if you're holding your bags, you might see a downtick in the next month or so, because I mean I think Benny is kind of stopping that, and it's just because he's not he's going to ban you. He's going to ban you from his Discord if you share your codes. So I don't know. I just think that he's putting his foot in front of the price, and he's going to keep it there for a little while. So
Gotcha. But you do see this eventually exploding to $25-$30?
yeah, at like when everything else goes, but I still don't. I still think it's a 10x at best.
Gotcha. All right, number 7 is BTC, which we haven't seen this here in a while. It's up an astronomical amount on volume, sitting at 2 zeros and a 5.7. Then you have this Chinese token here, sitting at 0.0003, 3 zeros and a 3. MWCC up 6.5% on 24, sitting at 4 cents. You have PILN sitting at 4065, down 24%. So pretty big dump there. Then you have Play down 30%, sitting at 4014. And then AINN up 21.48%, sitting at $2.01. ITMP.
That's one of the tokens that you're allowed to bridge now as of Friday.
Part of the seal, right?
Yeah. I never heard of that, which is weird. I'm curious. Obviously, it has to be a Singapore Asian type token, but did you know anything
Yeah,
about that?
I think it's big on the OKX side,
Okay.
but I'm not sure in terms of what their actual project is. Then you have ITMP, no volume on the 24. Then you have SHNT, Satoshi Hunters, Francis and his team there pushing this up with their platform being released, up 12.5%. It's sitting at 20 cents. So this was all the way back down to 11. So this is a big, strong jump back up. Number 15, you have SXIO up 6.26%, sitting at 40 cents. You have ONST, no volume on the 24. SAT, no volume on the 24. LIGO at number 18, up 2% on the 24. Back up 4 zeros and a 1.5. So, they're not dumping like I expected, like super, super hard, like go away dump. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Sats at number 19, really shocked to see him so low, up 2% on the 24, sitting at I believe 6 zeros and a 5.3, but they did bounce back. They were all the way down to 6 zeros, 4.3. So they had made a comeback. Ghosties had some good news, but they're down about 2% in the 24-hour volume, sitting at 50 cents. So this was stuck at 41 cents for the longest time. BIDP is up about 2% on 24-hour volume, sitting at 6 cents. Then you have 20EX at 0% volume and SCAT at 0% volume on the 24. Let's check out a couple others. Let's check out Traverse here. They just launched a Bitcoin Vault sitting at 4018. Then let's check out what's another one? Honk here. Honk has been kind of stagnant, no volume, but sitting at 4062. We'll see what happens with the Goosenol community and the OSD community and Base. This is something that's been kind of stagnant for a while. OSPI here with OrdSpy. Let's check them. Sitting at 3 cents while they went down a penny. So we'll kind of see how things play out. But that's the BRC20.
Could you check Orange real quick?
Yeah, let's check out
ORNJ.
It's a big new one there. Sitting at 51 cents. 51 so cents. They've been kind of stagnant at about 50 cents, but they got some new drops and stuff that's about to happen, or information and project stuff. They're in, I think, beta with their wallet. So going to be interesting there. Any other ones?
I think that's it.
All right.
I'll take you guys over to the digital artifact part of this, and I'll give this a quick refresh to make sure I'm giving you guys the freshest prices. So you got the R6 sitting at 0.078. This took a huge dip after KC announced that he's going to dictate the first 9 coins. And then Quantum Cat sitting at 0.19. I actually picked up another one of these Quantum Cats. I now have 2. Very bullish on Udi and Eric and everything they're building over there. Number 3 spot, we have Ordinal MaxiBiz, and it's 0.77. They released news of their orange eyes, or some people are calling them the gold eyes. Which are really, really cool. I'm not sure if it's going to be a part of the collection or a separate collection, but owning an Ordinal MaxiBiz gets you basically a whitelist spot to buy one of those, and they're not going to be cheap. So, and then you got the No Monkey sitting in that 0.154. It's been sitting around this area for a little while. It goes up to about 0.18 down to 0.15. It's good trading. People are definitely trading them out. Rune Guardians in that 5th spot, sitting at 0.0074. And then we have the 6th spot, the puppets. I'm very bullish on the puppets. The ETH community seems to be over here, and that seems to be their choice is the puppets, but sitting at 0.059. Then we have a new thing from Harto, Fluoriform sitting at 0.0024. And we got the PNG sitting at 0.0027. Bitmap in that 9th spot. Bitmap's been very quiet lately, and I'm really surprised by it, sitting at 0.0043. And we had the Bitcoin Frogs in that 10th spot. Again, another quiet one, and sitting at 0.133. Very bullish on the Frogs and Bitmaps. The Generous Runes Miner. I don't know why this is in the top. This is the rug, right?
I think so, but
I guess it's not a rug no more.
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
And then we got the Pizza Ninjas in that 12th spot, sitting at 0.05. Anything you want me to take a look at, or are we good with this?
I think we're good. We're good. Maybe, yeah, that's it. That's fine.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's jump over to the BRC 420s. The blue box has been taking a hit ever since the seal happened, but I think we're going to see a surprise here in the next 2-3 weeks, because people have been complaining that hold these boxes, and they're just like, well, then sell them if you don't want to be patient. And when I hear that, I typically say, okay, I'm going to be patient. but we'll see what happens. No financial advice there. But the blue box is at 0.505, sitting right at $26,000. Number 2 is Mineral. They've announced they're about to start testing. We applied to be a tester, so hopefully we will get that access and be able to show you guys how to stake your minerals. But it's sitting at.
Did you hear about them?
No.
So they have the highest amount percentage locked up right now. It's like over 70% of all the minerals are locked up in the thing. Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy. That's very.
I didn't mean to
crazy.
cut you off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Sitting at 0.00875, right at $452. The number 3 is the meme of 420, which is the song is about NFT, sitting at $930, 0.01797. Blue Wands just got announced that you can stake these to the seal, which I put mine over, but they're sitting at 0.00179, $92.65. Also announced was the Dragon Ball. You can stake these as well, sitting at $48.81, 0.009431. And then you have Key underneath that, sitting at $23, 3 zeros and 4 bunch of 4s. Bitmap Town DLC sitting at $51, 0.001. Then you have the BRC's 137 Genesis Rock sitting at $108,000, 2.1 Bitcoin. Let's see if anybody's been buying these. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Let's see. No, since January. So yeah, that one's going to be tricky. I don't know. I'm staying away. That's me, though. Then you have Ord's Games coming at $30 with their arcade, sitting at 3058. And then we'll skip to Chip Chip. Chip Chip's been making a splash with the price. They were at like $30 a box for the longest time. They're at $139.23, 0.00269. So, I think they're about to have their platform ready or something, because there's somebody in China in the Asia area knows about these, but because like the price has definitely jumped up. The BRC 137 inscription book, $19.57. And let's check the Verothium gas mines here. These are sitting at $14.49. So I think we're a $9 mint price. So still up on that. And then we'll check our this is our shield of the episode every time. I'll just put the residents in here. Okay, so we got Resident Yagobi at 12.818% minted out. The mint royalty cost is $4.74. But people are buying these on secondary, which I definitely don't recommend doing, because they're selling for like $30. So you can just mint them. And if you look at Shizzy here as well, Resident Shizzy, he is at 1.14% because he mispriced his, but he has 32 holders, and I think the price for the royalty is $47. But who knows? Maybe this 10x, he can walk around. You can be Shizzy in your world. We'll see what happens with that. And you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm a very premium person, so gotta pay a premium price. But no.
Yeah,
it was a total mistake. And guys, these were just experiments of ours. They're not like, they weren't meant to be this thing. It was just, if you want to use our name and likeness in the bitmap, that's all it was. And it was just, it was fun, and it was experiment. And we actually did it because we just dropped our pass. And so that was kind of like the pre-up to the pass, if you want to show that guy real quick. So if you've noticed, some people have gotten airdrops. So take a look at your wallet, and if you haven't got the airdrop, you'll probably get it within the next 24 hours. We apologize for some delays. We got really busy with other things, but we'll definitely get these to you guys, everyone who put your wallet address in. And if you were a member before February, definitely take a look, and there's a video that you need to be put your wallet address into to get we'll verify that you were in before a certain date, and then we'll airdrop you your pass. So
Yep. So I think there's 146 holders, so there's more holders to come. We're gonna finish that out. It should be done by today. And then also just to let you guys know, there's so much flexibility with this being a BRC 420. So having it bridged over to Merlin is possible, which will most likely happen. Also, partnerships with other metaverse builders are in talks right now. Possibly, like, this is something just in the works. We're not going to get deep into it, but possible alpha access to specific videos and stuff in those metaverse environments. We'll get into that later once it's closer and it's actually
real quick on that too. What people don't understand is, I had to explain this a few times last night, was that obviously everyone knows about the seal. You lock your things up in the seal. Only some stuff is available in the seal. But eventually they're going to have the bridge option. You're going to be able to bridge over every single BRC 420 to Merlin using the same way you bridge over BTC right now. So you're going to get, like, it's going to be pretty crazy how much of the BRC 420s are going to be eligible for that bridge, and it's going to be right in. It's going to be like a right in thing. It's not going to be M. It's going to be the actual one because it's not locked up. And I'm very bullish on that, and I'm hoping to get all of our passes and our pass holders into Merlin, and then we can kind of play around over there because we're going to have a lot more things and airdrops and stuff like that. So guys, the value of this thing is not only this amazing platform that we've given you, but there's going to be so much more coming with that. So if you airdrop these and you floor them, that is a mistake by you. This is not financial advice. You want to take a few $100, few $1,000, whatever, but holding these passes in the long run could be very, very, I don't want to say profitable, but it could be very, very fun. So
yeah, just think multiplier, stuff like that. Well, that's all I'll say.
Yep.
All right. I think that's it, right?
Should we
miss
show anything else?
I think
we didn't get to the ARC.
Oh, no, no. Well, do you do atomicals, and then I'll cover the Merlin tokens.
All right. We'll take a look. We'll go over to our friend Eric's old platform, Atomical Markets. So we got Electron in that #1 spot, sitting at 0.00016, about 1 penny. Atom sitting at $7.30. SoFon sitting at 0.001, about 0.9. Wow, dude, this is under a set. That's crazy. It's under what it's actually worth. And then we have Quark sitting at 8.5 sats. Neutron had some news about type of a staking or something. Do you know about the Neutron news? 1.7.
Yeah. So did it drop a lot?
It's sitting at, it's down 2% on the 24, but it's 1.87. It's up 0.87 over a sat.
Neutron is actually a part of Electron, and there was a burn process. So I'm really bullish on Electron and Neutron. There's people working behind these tokens, dude. I think we just don't know all the information about that. And you're going to be able to bridge these over to Merlin. So
yeah. And guys, if you know about these teams that are doing this, please send them our way. We would love to have them on the show. I'm begging to get some atomical builders on the show. Begging. So please, any atomical builders out there, guys, please get in touch with us. We would love to have you on the show. All right. So AVM sitting at 0.14. I can't even say that. UXCon UXON sitting at 0.002. Realm sitting at 0.33. Proton sitting at 0.018. Atomicals sitting at 0.004. And I don't see Rect on here.
No, Rect.
There it is.
Right
Rect sitting at 20, about a quarter, sitting at 25 cents. And that is your Atomicals market update.
Yep. All right. I'll pass it over to the these are the Merlin chain tokens. These are the native ones. You got Hoo over here sitting at $8.3 million market cap. So what we know about Hoo is it's supposedly a test token that was used to test out the Merlin swap DEX by the Izumi team. So you can see that the wallet was by like one of the team members, and they talked about that they were testing it, and now it's turned into the meme token for the chain. This thing has moved from like 500K slowly all the way to 1 million to 2 million, all the way up to 9 million. And it's like healthy pullbacks. And I feel like that's the way they want it to be. Everybody wants it to be, because you can see this is like a really healthy looking chart, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think?
So bullish on Who right now, guys. Like, so it has that Ordi feel, right? The first is first. It's the first token ever on Merlin chain. If you think Merlin chain is going to be huge like I do, then you should be 100% bullish on this token. And I'm a huge holder of this token. So just so you guys know, I've been buying it since it was really, really cheap, because I just know first is first. It's been a thing of ours. Obviously we're a Merlin chain, which is EVM, but I still think a lot of the people over here are the same people who believe that first is first. And it was a test token. It's just, I don't know, man. It just seems so perfect to have a huge run. And I don't really like meme tokens. It's not my thing, but I think that you're gonna see things pop up like Hoo Exchange or Hoo Swap, and kind of do the same thing that Unisat did with Sats. They maybe do with Hoo, because that would bring in customers, right? That would bring in people to use the chain. So I think that you're gonna see a lot more with Hoo than just the meme, because I think community is getting bigger and bigger. And you go on X, man, you see everyone talking about Hoo. It's all over the everywhere. So I am very, very big on Hoo, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the future.
Yeah, I mean, like the trajectory of it's very healthy. It's one that's getting a lot of hype, and there's about to be a lot of liquidity unlocked and on this chain. So we're gonna see how it goes. I feel like for me, I felt like I was dumb if I didn't get into this. So I'm in it as well. But if you look here, number 2 is Elixir. Elixir has a big community as well, or like a strong community, degen community with that degen energy. They're at 1.2 million market cap, so very low still. 21 million supply. They definitely are good at marketing this, I'll tell you that. But we'll see what happens, because it's 21 million supply. I really hope that they build some sort of staking mechanism or something with this, and that will help the token's value eventually.
Real quick with them too, they're doing an airdrop. So if you hold Hoo, you will get an Elixir airdrop. 5% of the supply is going to the Hoo holders. So if you hold Hoo, now you're going to be a holder of Elixir. So I think I was really smart by those guys. They had a lot of the supply because they did burn a lot of it into the liquidity pool, but they also had a lot of supply. So now they're going to get rid of a lot of that supply, 5% of it, and give it to all Hoo holders, which I think is absolutely amazing. It makes me so bullish on this token, and I'm hoping that a lot of that Elixir gets dumped and I can pick some up really cheap.
Yep. So those are the 2 volume leaders. You got Ball, which this is weird. This is a weird one, man. I feel like there's a project behind this or something, because they added a lot of liquidity to this, like 532,000. The market cap's 527. So I don't know. I'm waiting for announcements for it, because there's got to be something here. I don't know what it is though. Then you have Jeff, number 4. This is 100. Yeah, this is 100% meme, based off of Jeff, the founder of Merlin Chain.
And he has nothing to do with this, by the way.
Yeah. I neither do I. I'm just staying away from it, just because I feel like people are just trying to meet. Then you have the stable token, IUSD, and then you have Dragon. This is a new one that kind of has been pumping. I don't know. They have a website, 100% meme, but it's been pumping, man. It's at 432,000 market cap. I might just throw a little bit in there for fun, because I'm a degen. But yeah. And then you have Merlin token, which is, I believe, is this the Merlin token?
No. No.
Okay.
That's Merle.
That's so this Merle, is 660,000 plus. I don't like to say that. Yeah. I don't like to say that number, but anyways, liquidity's low on it. I'm staying away. Then you have OWL at number 8. Liquidity is 79,000. Market cap's 276. Not too bad. This is something that like started in the beginning. I know you did something with this liquidity wise, but you probably got out, right?
Yeah, I got out of that now. Everything's just going up, and liquidity it just sells off your assets. So
yeah. And then this is Merlin Pad. Someone started this. They also have a website, but I stayed away from it. There was just some like grammatical errors on the site and stuff. So I was like, okay, they're just trying to get it pumped. And then the last one in the top 10 is MRC 404, 112,000 market cap, 20,000 liquidity. Yeah. So everything.
One.
Okay.
You're missing the bald Francis Dune token.
Oh yeah.
I love this, and Francis loves it too. So it's not it's just he messaged me. He goes, "Did you see this?" And I was like,
yes,
no, I didn't.
Cracking up, man. I was cracking up. What is it called?
Bald Francis Dune.
You sure?
Or something? Yeah. Maybe it's not. I could have sworn I seen it. It was like
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 100%
well,
sure.
We're gonna have to look for it, but yeah, that one was interesting. I think the liquidity jumped up for a little bit, but I'm staying away because whoever did that probably doesn't like him and probably wants to rug. So
it's a track. He said it's a track community member. So
okay, I thought that was funny.
Hate is real for Francis and in the track Discord, and apparently we're associated with them, so no one likes us either. So I don't know how, but it is what it is. Yeah. I'll take it. I like Francis. I think he's a good guy.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. We're actually going to have him on hopefully next week. We'll see. But also, guys, my voice will be getting better. I've been dealing with a personal matter that, that I've been getting little sleep about, but that's gotten a lot better. And so my voice will be getting better. I'll let it rest. And stuff. But I appreciate you guys listening into my horsey voice here.
But you did have good news with your personal matter, which is amazing, and I'm very happy for you with that. So everything's good, guys. We're good to go. We should be putting out more videos soon, and thank you guys for letting us take a little bit of a break, but we appreciate you guys. But
yeah, make sure you smash the likes, guys. We work hard for this, and so you know, hopefully you enjoy our content. Subscribe and sign up for our membership if that's something that you want to look into. Like what is Shizzy and Yagobi thinking about? You get you know, members only videos for that. There's, you know, the community on Discord. There's a channel that's only for YouTube members on there. You know, our community on Discord, our community in general, we love you guys. You guys are awesome. Just, you know, join if you have nowhere to go or just because you want to.
hell yeah. If you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on all streaming platforms. Check out ordinalrevolution.com. We had some of the best articles. We're going to get even more articles for you guys, so that's going to be amazing. And also check out our merch store. If you're going to ETH Denver, if you're going to any of these conferences, let's show them that you have a frog on your shirt. If you have a node monkey, let's support Ordinals. Let's show out and say we are the best community in this non-fungible token ecosystem. So we appreciate you guys, and guys so much for watching. Smash that like he said, and we'll see you guys really soon. See you.
Peace.
Ordinal Revolution. Let's go.